All factories in China are closing, if not already closed. That's because it's Chinese New Year. This is the Chinese biggest holiday of the year. Now, the official date for this is the 29th, and today is the 23rd, okay? And factories are already closed, right? There's a good chance that factories are not going to be sending goods out till middle of Feb now. And if you weren't aware that your factories and your suppliers are going to be down and closed and not responding, you're screwed, okay? Now, typically what's going to happen is your supplier is still going to be working. They're probably going to have a few days off. They'll still get reply to messages, but they cannot order anything from the factories. So depending on the relationship you have with your supplier, they could be billing you, charging you, saying, yep, here's the tracking numbers, here's this, you've paid, and nothing is getting sent out, right? It's going to be weeks before anything's happened, okay? Now, this can be detrimental to your brand. This can be detrimental to your scaling. Maybe you've just found that winning product, okay? You've just found that winning product. You found that winning creative, right? And now you're lost. You don't know what to do. You want to scale because it's finally, oh my God, this is the first ad I can scale. Oh my God, it's going really well. Oh wait, no. If I do that, I'm just going to get chargebacks, okay? So typically, I've already discussed timelines a bit, but yeah, so the official holiday is the 29th, but factories were closing like the 20th, okay? Now some are open to like the 25th, 26th, but you know, you've got to have a pretty good relationship with the factories for that. You know, some of our brands, the factories were willing to kind of do a very late shipment of goods. You know, what we've done is we hold inventory. We kind of go against what dropshipping is, right? Our supplier is holding a ton of inventory for us to get us through this Chinese New Year. And if you're on Twitter or X or anything like that, this is all everyone's been talking about. They've been talking about the steps that they've been doing to do this, okay? So, say you've found that winning product, okay? You're doing well on it, you want to scale, but you don't have stock. A good little technique that you can do is, depending on the product, right? You know, there's those websites like Kickstarter where you basically donate money and, you know, support the project in order to get the product sent to you like a year or two later, right? Sometimes it's a few months, but whatnot. So when the customers go to your site, it's no longer a checkout. It's no longer buy now, here's your shipping, right? It's buy now, here's your pre-order. Okay, they are pre-ordering the goods, and you tell them, you know, it's going to be made this date and then it's going to be sent out to you and whatnot. And that means you can still get sales in. You're not lying to your customers. This, of course, is going to have a large impact on your conversion rate, but making money is better than making no money, okay? So the pre-order technique's good. Depending on what it is, you know, you spend a lot of money on ads, right? With Etsy, you could just change your delivery window and your processing time and everything would still be pretty good. You take a bit of a hit, but you weren't spending thousands of pounds a day on ads. So, you know, if you want to update that delivery window on the page, it can give such a negative perception to your customers, and you just want to avoid that, right? You want to really dial in. And now guess what? If you're holding stock during Chinese New Year, your delivery window plummets, right? You can knock 3-4 days off your delivery time to your customers. They order today, it's already sent off. It's in the plane tomorrow going to them, right? And that is going to increase conversion rates. And once you have this kind of system of holding stock in, you can now keep that system forever. You just keep ordering stock weekly or whatever you need it. And now, you know, you're using this increased speedy logistics system, holding stock, having increased conversion rates. You know, if you have a lot of SKUs, it can be difficult. If you have products with lots of colors and lots of sizes, it can be difficult. But, you know, this is all stuff that you need to consider. So, yeah, you know, what I would be doing at this time is looking into how can I keep the sales coming in a very risk-averse way, right? Like what I said with the pre-order, being transparent and letting the customers know, because it's kind of make or break now. A lot of competition is going to be pulling back on ads potentially, but then again, it's the world of drop shipping, so maybe not. But this is really your time where you can beat the competition who are, pulling back. You can leaps and bounds ahead of them. You're still sending, and guess what? You're sending stuff off quicker. So your factories are going to be closed, okay? You really need to have a good relationship with your supplier. It's go time now. It really is go time. One of our brands has just started their ads, and we're just scaling up the ads. And then you think, God, it always happens at the worst of times, right? But no, we got the stock in and we are good to go. Another issue with Chinese New Year is it really kind of kills the world of drop shipping for Valentine's, because it's like during the holidays is when you can really get your sales in for Valentine's, and guess what? You can't get the goods out, and if they're only going to be shipping these goods out middle of Feb, Valentine's has been and gone, right? So you've got to be really on it. This is why drop shipping is one of the hardest business models there is. You're constantly having to pivot and do so many different jobs. But yeah, guys, I hope your Chinese New Year goes well. I hope you haven't damaged too much of your business, and you have been prepared, and you're not going to have too many issues. But yeah, have a great day, guys, and I appreciate you watching this.